And goodbye Brussels sprouts, because they're just not really doing too well in these hay bales, so don't think we'll get a crop out of them at all. So we're gonna say goodbye and use this space for some lettuce. So getting ready to rip all that stuff out and sow some seeds. We're gonna say goodbye to the fennel too, because for some reason it's attracting like tons and tons of wasps. So I was trying to clean up all the areas I want to plant lettuce, and there's just wasps everywhere. So that's just gonna go too, because I don't need to get stung. Finally getting to use that little bag of soil. Not much left, but it'll go to good use. Here's Benny. Alright, so we're all planted up with the lettuce. So I wanted to come in here really quick to show you guys. So this will be the one that's quickest to maturity to harvest. Then the spinach, then the kale. And of course the one that I'm looking most forward to will be the longest. So the mesclun is in 4 pots. 30 days to harvest. It'll be 10 to 14 days till the seedlings emerge. Spinach will be 30 to 40 days till harvest, 7 to 14 days till seedlings emerge. Kale will be 10 to 21 days, 55 days till harvest. And buttercrunch at the longest will be 7 to 20 days to germinate and 66 days to maturity. So I will show you where they're at. Mesclun is at in these 4 containers. So got rid of the eggplant that were in here, got rid of the fennel, and got rid of the dill. So the fennel was still fine, but it was just full of wasps and everything, and don't need that in the garden. So and then Matt adapted the emitters. And then over here is where the kale is. We tore out the Brussels sprouts. The hay bales have conditioned so much that they are actually like sinking and falling apart, but I think that'll be okay for the kale. And then right here is where the buttercrunch was. I probably really packed this full of seeds, so I will have to thin that pretty good. And then the spinach. There was not many seeds left in the packet. The only packet of seeds that I have stuff left is the buttercrunch. All the other 3 varieties I used up. And Gracie eating a tomato. Matt's picking the cherry tomatoes. So probably gonna rip this one out too, because you were saying that it just looks
sad,
sickly and sad, and
I don't like all the fruit splitting. It's not I don't like that variety, whatever it is.
Yeah, so we'll probably get rid of that, and then I don't know, might throw something else, fall crop in there, don't know. So that's where we're at. So it's been about 7 days now exactly since I sowed some seeds. So this is the kale, so that looks like that's coming up really well. And then this whole area was the mesclun, so pretty sure it's coming up in this pot. It's coming up in this pot. I don't see anything in there, and I don't think that's mesclun coming up in this pot. I think that is the dill, because we ripped it out and then it had self-seeded like all over the ground here. Won't get very far because we have landscape fabric that's underneath the mulch, but yeah, I don't think the mesclun, or maybe it's just didn't come up yet, and then it's going to compete with the dill. I'm just going to wait, and then I'll maybe thin all that out. Nothing on, of course, the variety that I wanted the most, maybe it'll still come up, was the buttercrunch. And then this was the spinach. We had a lot of rain last week though, so I'm a little concerned that the seedlings just got too moist and didn't germinate, and then they maybe got washed away. Don't know. And then in this container, just for fun, threw some carrot seeds in there. So maybe that right there. I don't know. We'll see. So, and then this poor cherry tomato, the pot was flooded. It was plugged at the bottom, and since it is attached to that T-post, we kind of had to tip it on its side a little bit and drill some holes in the bottom to drain it. But he's looking pretty thickly, so it's the end of the season. It makes me sad. There's just not much left really to harvest besides maybe some more tomatoes, maybe a handful more squash. Our big guys are still pretty much going strong. And then we got some cantaloupe. We got actually quite a few, so maybe we'll get one right there, one right there. So maybe we'll get some more cantaloupe, which is fun. That was really fun. I think we'll do that again. We have one little sugar baby. And then the peppers are still going. I actually have some in my hand here for dinner. But definitely raised beds and everything needs to be addressed. You can see right here that it is soggy. So we have a lot of low spots that we'll have to address with the raised beds, and this area gets really soggy, and you can really tell because it really did not make these tomatillas too happy, or really these tomatoes either, because this variety and that variety on their end are the same as these over here. And if I take you to the front, you can see how much of a size difference, same exact variety, and you know how much taller they are. So it's just super soggy, swampy over there, and it is really over here to this area, kind of where the carrot is. It's really low, so that's all just a pile of sod. So we are gonna use that to hopefully address the low spots when we build the raised beds, and then we will fill in. What I would love to do this whole area would just to do pea gravel. I think it'll be nicer looking, more stable than the mulch. So, and then we'll use the leftover hay bales in the bottom of our raised beds. So, hey, this will be a big overhaul to have a new type of garden next year and redo everything. And Matt just mowed the lawn finally, and he's weed whacking, so all is good. It looks beautiful. All that rain last week greened up our grass really, really nice, so super happy with that. And then Top Shed was supposed to come today. They had us on our schedule, on their schedule to come and finish the vinyl siding, and we got an email saying, yeah, we're coming Monday. And it is 5:30 p.m. and we have heard nothing from them. So hopefully they finish this up this week, because I am ready to close the permits that have been taped on our front door for, oh gosh, since the beginning of July, so I'm ready to just be done, wrap this up. And then show you in the back here, we got a little baby shed. So I know I was talking about that. So it actually, this is the back side of it. It opens from the front here, and then the top piece here actually slides back so that you can access it. So it's just like this deep. So we already were running out of room in the regular shed, so this is going to be wheelbarrow and Matt's garden seat, pots and tomato cages and all that good stuff. Maybe some yard games. So looking good.